but just because she wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot whisk didn't mean she couldn't enjoy the view. And what a view. He dropped his long lashed eyelids at half-mast and spoke again. And if Crystal is a clown, do you think she's a freelance clown or actually works for a circus? I have no reason to think she's a clown. Gabriella thought the team was a little too hard on their teammate Jan Volick's wife. So what if she had been a notorious puck bunny and was 7 years older than Jan? If they were happy, who cared? Sometimes Gabriella thought those hell-raising, women-chasing, beer-swilling men were worse than a bunch of Regency-era all-max patronesses who just sat around looking for reasons to deny debutantes permission to waltz. Bryant cocked his head to the side. No, I wouldn't have taken you for Alice in Wonderland, but there you are. He gestured to her blue dress and white pinafore. It's my Halloween costume. He looked around and let his eyes light on the jack-o'-lanterns and Halloween cupcakes and cookies in the front window. Is today Halloween? He didn't look happy about it. What was that about? What was to dislike about Halloween? Yes, and tonight is the Beauford Harvest Festival. Located about 40 minutes from Nashville, Beauford was a small artisan boutique town with some of the best master craftsmen in the country. People came from all over to buy handmade, one-of-a-kind goods. Gabriella had been lucky to land a 4-year master baker/pastry arts apprenticeship with June Champion, who owned Eat Cake. After 2 years of junior college, Gabriella had gone to work at Eat Cake and begun her apprenticeship a year later. Now, at 25, she was due to finish her apprenticeship in the spring. Harvest Festival? Bryant looked around. Just where did you harvest all these cakes from? A Candyland game? Gabriella laughed. Bryant did have a way about him. Her father had been an incredibly good-looking man, and there had been a time when Gabriella had steered clear of men with Bryant's kind of looks, but she'd gotten past that. Too bad Bryant wasn't an accountant or a lawyer, but if she'd learned nothing else in life, she'd learned that hockey players would always be hockey players, even when their bodies failed them. It was a mentality. You have your sweets mixed up. You can't harvest pastry from a Candyland game. He grinned. Candy corn? Can you harvest that? Absolutely. All you need is a candy corn picking basket and a ladder. The best candy corn grows in the tops of the trees, you know. I would have thought it grew on stalks. That's regular corn. Candy corn is different. Will there be any candy corn trees at this festival? Absolutely. You should stay around and check it out. It starts in about an hour. All the shops stay open late. Everyone serves refreshments and has candy for the trick-or-treaters. There'll be games, and Jackson Beauford is going to perform a little later. He's a big country star and Beauford's most famous resident. He owns Beauford Bend Plantation. Bryant cocked his head to the side and grinned. I know who Jackson Beauford is. You know, since I don't live under a rock. Oh, right, Gabriella said. I forget that all hockey players aren't like Emile. He knows not one thing about pop culture. Emile is unique for sure. Too bad I didn't know about this festival. I would have worn my vampire suit. You can't show up at a harvest festival without your vampire suit. He gave her a smile that, if sold, would buy and sell Bill Gates. I hate to miss a cornhole game. I'm good at it. Not to mention all that candy corn. If not the Harvest Festival, what brings you all the way to us from Soundtown? Soundtown was the area of downtown Nashville, informally called so because of the location of the Sound practice rink and the number of players and team-connected people, including Emile, who lived there. No practice today. I came to watch some game film with Glass. Nikolai Glazov was the Sound team captain and was married to Beauford artisan quilt maker Noel, who owned Piece by Piece. Your brother was supposed to join us, but I gather he's somewhere in Georgia chasing Amy. It was true, in a sense. After a huge mess, most of it Emile's own making, he'd almost lost Amy. But happily he'd called last night to report that she had accepted his engagement ring and that Amy would call her later. But Gabriella wasn't telling. That was Emile's news to deliver. Besides, it gave her a warm feeling that she knew what others didn't, and she wanted to hang on to the secret a little longer. He's coming back tonight. Coming here, or back to Nashville?